Hello, social media friends. It is Jeremy rolling with Triple R Bail Bonds, and it is Saturday, November the 15th, 6:37 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the great state of Arkansas. And it is time for Bail Bacon in America, something that we used to do on Fridays, but now we do them on Saturdays because my Fridays are crazy, and more crazy busy. So we just moved it to Saturday. Now listen. Let me tell you what Bail Bacon America is in case this is the first time you've ever watched Bail Bacon America. If you watch it on the flip side, if you're not watching us live, because we're always live at facebook.com/Arkansas Bail. Okay? How you get in on Bail Bacon America is really simple. You go to triplrbailbonds.com once a day, click on my ugly face. It will give you 4 or 5 different ways that you can enter each day. After you do a few of them, you won't be able to do them again, but you can check in once a day on there, and that gets you an entry. Okay, so that is one way. The other way is that when you watch this video, at the very end of it, I give you a question. If you participate in the question by putting your answer in the comment section, then that gets you in the second way. Because how we really do this is more about charity than it is about anything. It's an outlet for me to talk to you about the 3 things that I'm passionate about. That's bail, that's bacon in America, outside of the good Lord and my family, and to try to educate you, give you something fun about it, but also gives me an outlet to talk because I love to talk. I love social media. I love how social media can be a very wonderful thing when it's used in a great positive manner. Okay, so that is how we do this each week. Now, for years, I used to have a flag. I'm just kind of doing a little recap and give time people to join. I used to have a flag that produced the anthem. Well, it has finally ran out of juice. I can't get it to work. I've tried batteries. I've taken it apart. I've done everything. And somebody out there is going to say, well, why don't you just buy another one? Because I don't want to. Because that one's got nostalgia right there, okay? It's been with me for a long time. And I don't want to get another one and try to replicate it. So we're going to get started this week. I've got everybody's name that commented last week in the wheel. And I'll give you another question. We're going to change things up just a tad for this week only, so pay close attention, okay? Because we're getting close to Thanksgiving and things like that, so I want to do something different, okay? So let's just kick it off this week with bail like we always do. Now, I am not going to be long-winded about this, but I want to certainly make sure, hello, everybody that's watching and saying hello to me. I want to... This comes from click2houston.com. Click2houston.com. If you go to your search engine. There were 3 people that were convicted in a large-scale fraudulent bail bond investigation in Houston, Texas. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because essentially what these people did is they went to a printing shop, quote unquote, not quote unquote, but this is essentially what happened. They formulated their own documents. They went to the jail, posing themselves as bondsmen, filled out some paperwork, and then they presented it to the jail, and they released people from the jail who had no business getting out of jail, okay? Now, here's my problem with this. Now, I understand that Houston, Texas is way bigger than most cities in the state of Arkansas, but we have to start cracking down in this state. We have to start cracking down when someone who presents themselves as a bondsman walks into a jail. Every bondsman in the state of Arkansas should always have, especially when they're in the process of doing their job, should have a license. It looks just like a driver's license. It should have their name on it. It should have their power of attorney, and it should have who their company works for. And then on the back side of it, there is basically an affidavit from the executive director of the board stating that person is actually a bondsman. And if they don't have that, then simply turn them away. Because if you've been in this business, you know when you go to the jail that you should have your license on you and you should be able to prove who you are. Even somebody like me, who goes to primarily 3 jails within my circle here, and each jailer probably possibly knows me, or there may be a new jailer or something, may not know me. If you're a jail administrator, if you're working somebody that's in jail, even if you see me 7 times in one day, card me every time, okay? Lock it down. Be sure that the people that are walking in your jail are actually bondsmen. And next week, I'm going to have some more information for you to where you can make it even more effective, okay? I'm not out here to try to limit a bondsman from doing their job, but I also want them to do their job in a professional and polite manner and follow the statutory laws that govern our industry. And the way that we can do that more than anything is with help from within the jails, help from within the courts, 1684, 201, and 207. The way that you come to the jail, the way that you present yourself, we can get a lot more help if we get that from the courts in the jails, okay? So now let's move on to bacon. I read this article from yahoo.com, okay? Basically, yahoo.com, they did this long article on ice cream chains that surprisingly have a satisfying cheeseburger, or bacon cheeseburger, sorry. And they went through the list. I'm not going to go through the entire list, but I want to let you know that according to this article, Dairy Queen. Now, let me step up here, okay? Sonic is good. Five Guys is good. You know, nothing's going to beat your regular, everyday dairy bars that have been in business. You know, there used to be one in Ash Flat. The one in Ash Flat that's across the street from the courthouse. Let me tell you something. Man, I miss that place. I mean, I miss it. They had curly fries. They had some of the best bacon cheeseburgers in the world. But according to this Dairy Queen, and I've had a lot of Dairy Queen in my day. I'm 300 pounds, trust me. There ain't too many fast food chains out there that I haven't had their food. But Dairy Queen, on a good day, if you can get somebody back there that's really motivated to cook it, they can knock you out a bacon cheeseburger. And a little tip, because, you know, I go to Fulton County all the time to write bonds. Man, I hit Sonic, get me my classic Diet Coke and cranberry, which I want to shout out to them ladies real quick that work the Sonic over there in Salem, Arkansas. Y'all been putting my name on the top of the lid. It says RRR Jeremy. I just roll up and they say, hey, Jeremy, the usual today? And I'll be like, yep, I got my $5 in my hand. I'm ready to roll. Perfect. They just nail it every single time. And then you roll on up the hill to Dairy Queen and say, hey, give me a bacon cheeseburger with extra bacon. That's the key. That is the key. If you're going to get a great fast food bacon cheeseburger, is you have to add more bacon. Now we're going to move on to America. I don't have a historical fact for you this week because, as you know, I'm a huge sports fan, okay? Played a little bit back in the day. But I love sports. I love watching sports. I may not have the volume on, but like over here to my left, I've got Florida and Ole Miss. I got the Blackhawks here. I got another game going down here, and I got some basketball over here. I just love all aspects of court. And behind this curtain is another large TV that I normally have the logo on. Like when I finish this video, I'll have the Blackhawks logo on there because, as you can see, they're on tonight, playing the Maple Leafs. All right, always add more bacon. You're right, Lily. So this week for America, I just want to talk real quick, shortly. I know I'm being long-winded tonight, but I want to talk about the Razorback football program. Listen, we don't have a coaching problem, okay? We don't have a coaching problem. I firmly believe, and let this video be timestamped, that I firmly believe, even though he had a problem back in 2011, okay? Listen, if we went on this world by every time somebody made a mistake, I wouldn't be in doing this video right now because I wouldn't have got a bonding license if I wasn't forgiven and given a chance and some certain things fell in place for me. But I believe that Bobby Petrino is the right coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks. I believe that we can get him at 5 years at $4 million a year. It even hurts to say $4 million a year, but that's coaching. Give him a 5-year contract. Let the guy cook, because we don't have a coaching problem with our program. We have a problem of not executing. We missed a field goal today that could have won the game. We missed some throws that were more than able to be caught that cost us some first downs. Our offensive line didn't hold the trenches in critical points in the game. But for America this week, it's about belief. And I believe in Bobby Petrino. And if I had a son, which I do have a son, but he's way too old now to be playing college football. But if I had a son that was good at football, and there was a program that I wanted him to go to where the coach is going to motivate you and get on you to be perfection, I'd have no problems with him going to the University of Arkansas with Bobby Petrino. Forget about 2011, okay? Think about 2008 to 2011 when he was the coach, okay? Now, we also have to keep in mind, before we get onto the wheel here, we have to keep in mind that the mentality of players in 2008 to 2011 is completely different from 2025. Completely different. Lillian knows me. She's known me my whole life. She can tell you that high school basketball players from 1994 have a completely different mentality than basketball players in 2025. Let me tell you right now. Because when I played, my coach that I played for, you could have a 20-point lead. It wasn't good enough. Why isn't it 40? Why isn't it 50? We're not here to prance around. We're here to win, snatch souls, get on the bus, and go back. And that's the way that we have to be with this program. We're not here to play powder puff football. We're here to smash faces, win football games, get on the bus, and let everybody know when you come to Fayetteville, Arkansas, or if we come to your house, we're here to play. All right, let's get out. Now, here's what I want to do different this week, okay? You know, we missed a week before. We doubled up last week. We did some $50 winners and stuff like this. Your question for this week is I want to know, what is your favorite charity, okay? Your favorite charity. And I want you to put that charity in the comments section, and whichever charity from now until next week has the most, and you can go on there every day and put your charity in there once a day, okay? But whichever charity in the comment section has the most people to say that, we're going to donate $100 to that charity. So basically what I'm saying is, that is your question, your favorite charity. But as far as the individual winners, we're going to do two different winners, okay? Two different charities, I mean. So whoever we pick here tonight, I'm going to reach out to that winner, and I'm going to say, hey, who do you want your charity to be? And it's going to be $100 to their charity. And then the wheel thing is going to be the same thing, okay? So we have the online and the wheel, so that's $200 to do different charities that I'll reach out to them and I'll post in the comment section. But as far as next week, whichever charity in the comment section has the most mentions in the comment section is going to get $100, and I will count those up before next week's show, and I will post it in the comment section. And then next week we'll get back to 25, 25, and 25. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Let me get over here to this wheel, and let's see what we got going on. Hold on. It takes a minute to load up. Here we go. All right. Now this right here, hold on, my Twitter's blowing up. Let me turn this around. These are all the names that commented in last week's show. So let's shuffle these things around a few bit, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not an odd guy number, okay? Let's spin it. This right here, oh, there we go. Whoever comes out of this, I'm going to contact you, and your charity gets $100. And that looks like, oh, what? It's locked up. Wait a minute. I think I got too many games streaming. Hold on. Casey Yates. We're going to go with Casey Yates because I think it was streaming. Even though, Brian, your name came up first, buddy, but you won last week and we got you taken care of. So we're going to go with Casey Yates because it's a charity thing, so you're not out any type of money. Now let's get over here and here we go. 142 entries. This is another. Let's see who we got here. Whoops. Choose a winner. Joanne Murado. So Joanne and Casey, I'm going to reach out to both of you. I'm going to get your charity of choice. We're going to donate to both of them. And you know what to do for the comment section. We got cancer awareness. We got Children's Hospital. Put it in there, okay? Before I go live next Saturday, I'll count them all up and we will donate to that charity. So y'all be watching out for a direct message. Have a great rest of your night. Go Blackhawks. It's on a commercial, so I don't know. There hadn't been a score because I have my phone set that anytime the Blackhawks score a goal, it makes the goal sound in a tone. So I never miss a goal. Y'all have a great rest of your night. I will see you next Saturday for another Bell Bacon in America.